Greetings, friends. We've got my first lower tier battle of this SPL. It is an RU game between atomicllamas of the Bigs. New Breed is on the Classiest. So, one sec, let me just check. I think he's on the Tigers. But at Team Preview, we see some threatening Pokemon. Venusaur just dropped into RU. And so that's a new addition. He is on the Tigers. Alright, I think this is the first game of the series. And we've got Sock leading off against Camerupt. Okay, they are at 0-0. Now time for some actual Pokemon narration shit. So, we see two fighting resists on Llamas' end. Camerupt does not want to switch into this, or take this, because even though it gets a lot of bulk when it's Mega, then it still gets fucking pounded. And I think he would like the Camerupt, considering New Breed has a Durant and an Abomasnow. There's Knockoff fucking ripping the shit out of Venusaur, taking its Life Orb. And that would have O-code Rotom like 6 times over, so nice move by New Breed to start off the battle. He has had a long time as... he has been a star RU player for a long time, 2.5 years or so. Perhaps a little before that, but that's when he started getting known. And I apologize, Blunder of the Classiest defeated Bengay of the Tigers, so it is 1-0 Classiest. So, Knockoff could very well kill here, and atomicllamas' best Dark Resist is... well, Camerupt doesn't really like a banded one, as we see right there, as it takes 48 before Mega, so Close Combat clearly would have just fucking destroyed it. Maybe not with Mega, but even then, this Sock is fucking strong. And he's fearless. Look at that shit. And the Sock has Sturdy, as it did not break the mold, so he's just firing off attack after attack. And his other Dark Resist is Sock, and Sock does not want to lose its items, so he pretty much gets a kill, almost 2 kills for his lead, so that's a very, very good trade, I would say. And he has resistances to Rotom Stabs, Houndoom and Ghost, and Flygon for Electric, and Abomasnow is General Bulk. Houndoom is the big guy, though, because I'm not sure which of them is Mega. I think, man, I really wish I knew what tier Mega Houndoom was in. It is BL2, so I think that... yep, it's banned. It cannot be... oh, he's trying to... yeah, I think that was kind of a waste of Rotom HP. And it's Mega Abomasnow. God, this narration is fucking garbage. I am so sorry. But I'm trying to branch out into other tiers, man. So he lost some HP when he didn't need to, but I guess it was worth a shot. But, like, he's clearly going to spam Knockoff until he dies, and then Houndoom's going to come in. And with Dark Resist Sock, who does not take kindly to Fire Blast, as we saw from Sock versus Camerupt, then New Breed's looking to be in a pretty nice position. Although Blastoise can scare it out, but that's a switch for Abomasnow. But Llamas does have a Bronzong and a Sock to take advantage of the double switch. And looking at New Breed's team, his only fighting resist is Mesprit, which, as we saw, gets fucking annihilated by Knockoff. Even, you know, oh shit, there's Nasty Plot. He's trying to blitz through the Blastoise. No para. Could he be Lumberry? Somehow I don't think I've ever seen a Lumberry Houndoom. Ever since DPPUU, it's just always Life Orb. Or Mega Stone in Gen 6, but now Dark Pulse cleaves something, unless Llamas has a Scarf Sock. Whoa, did you guys see that Dark Pulse animation? Holy fuck. That was fucking cool. That is new. That is the first time that has showed up, and everyone on Smog Tours is freaking, because that was fucking sick. Now, that is Mold Breaker. It is not Sturdy, so that is Scarf Sock. And the Mesprit switch is so obvious. And we did not see Life Orb from the Houndoom, so it's very possible that it is Lum. And I mean, it also makes sense that he would probably wouldn't nasty plot if he against a Rotom that just showed discharge if he didn't have Lum. Of course, that's not the only thing that could influence that. It could be more like, hey, Rotom is kind of decent against my other guys. Maybe he'll keep it, you know? So that dies. Okay, so Flygon comes in. As what? Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. From what I have observed so far, Flygon generally does not run Choice Scarf. And look at that, Close Combat works out instead of knocking off. New Breed is wisely conserving the Mesprit rather than... I mean, it was kind of hard to pull the trigger on knockoff against a boosted Houndoom that's going to wreck your shit if you get it wrong. So in a way, it could be like you lose if you do that. But at the same time, against a good player who's obviously not keeping Houndoom in, it's a little easier to pull that trigger. And this is the first time I've seen a Scarf Flygon. I mean, it's been Flygon's staple set for 3rd generation now. But mostly from what I've seen, it's been defog sets. I think I saw one Choice Bander in RU from SPL and Grand Slam and all that good stuff. And Houndoom's back on the U-turn. Nice move on... that was a great move on New Breed's end because, well, I mean, it wasn't great, but, like, it was intelligent, you know? But it wasn't like, wow, how do you think of that one? There's another sick, nasty Dark Pulse, but Blastoise takes that like a man, and even a Sprite looks beastly. Wow, this battle is totally cool. So... now there's a free Scald. I think Llamas should switch to Sock here, because if Houndoom makes another move, it's going to be Dark Pulse, and the very likely switch is Abomasnow here. Unless, I suppose Mesprit isn't a terrible switch, but I think he would probably not like that getting burned by Scald, or just taking a Scald in general, when the threat of Scarf Sock is kind of looming. And but the U-turn was very good, because even if the Sock came in, even if the Sock stayed in, then it was locked into Close Combat. So I think Llamas, that was sort of a... I mean, if Scald burned there, then it would have been a great example of, you know, lazy play rewarded. But I think Sock there just really pressured him, and Llamas just sort of let it happen. And you gotta be on your toes here. Although, Bronzong, see, okay, that works, unless this is like Trick Scarf and the Bronzong becomes useless, but at least it'll get rocks. I was more worried about a switch to Houndoom on the double. So, there's Trick Room, and there's... wow! My god. I mean, Bronzong is fucking strong. Anyone who's played DPP for more than a couple games will tell you Trick Room Bronzong is a beast. But that does not quite kill. Funnily enough, in DPP, Mesprit is good. And I'm sorry for bringing DPP into this. I just had to, you know? It's a Trick Room Bronzong. It's a staple set. Not as good as Protect Toxic, but, you know. There's Durant firing off hustle moves. And I suppose we are to assume that... I expected a defensive Bronzong set for some reason, but I think Rock's Camerupt and Trick Room Bronzong does a good job of making the team more offensive. But the lefty's sub-discharge Rotom made me think defense. So, yeah, that's good. It keeps the offense up, and there's Blastoise. There's a hustle miss. Not New Breed's day, really. He can get the spin off now, which will punish the Mesprit. And we'll never know what Mesprit was going there. Perhaps he was going for the slow U-turn, slow in Trick Room, rather. And, well, Blastoise would have lived that, and I'm not sure if that's banded. I feel like banned, that's an offensive Bronzong, we can assume. And banned Hustle Durant just seems like it would do so much more with such an attack. I mean, I know Bronzong's bulky, but trust me, it's not that bulky. So... at the same time, he had a Scarf Flygon, or maybe he just bluffed it really, really well. But either way, I'm not so sure about two Scarf dudes. So there's another Scald not working out, and now Bronzong's weakened. So are we going to see Scald number 3? No, we see Rapid Spin, which I'm not really sure how much I like. Because, I mean, it's nice, but his team isn't really affected by it. Uh-oh, there's Swords Dance. that seed bomb, that ice shard is going to sting Sock. So that's a nice move. He figured Abomasnow isn't useful against those other guys, so I may as well power up my my ice shard before I go down. I really like that. And if he gets Scaldburn, then big deal. Abomasnow wasn't that useful anyway. I like that very, very much. So ice shard does take Blastoise out. Down it goes. 4-3 new breed. So what I was commenting on earlier was the Mesprit with rocks. It could have slow U-turn. It could have just tried to chip it down for Abomasnow, but now close combat takes it out. And what we failed to notice, or what I failed to notice, you probably didn't, because you, the viewer, probably know more about this tier than me, is could that be a scarf? It is a scarf thing. Yeah, the scarf thing, you know? Here comes Rotom. And I don't know how I feel about Llamas just throwing away the Sock like that. It could have, every time it comes in, it gets a kill. And it's not going to come in a lot, but like on Houndoom, then I don't know. Surely he figured it out. It's not banned, so he could switch Rotom into it and like fire off Discharge. It's I mean, there's a prediction game with Flygon coming in, like it does there, but he can sub. And Flygon does come in, so now he gets a free Shadow Ball, unless New Breed somehow U-turns into Houndoom, and nope, he's just gonna Dragon Claw. Oh, he's gonna sub again. I see. There's Hex, of course, that's what they run, and now Houndoom's in. Plus speed Houndoom is faster than the thing, but I think those two Dark Pulses are going to finish the game. So, my lower tier knowledge is limited yet. I try to help my guys, but it doesn't really work that well, but I do my best. So, all I can say is, aside from the sick Dark Pulse animation, is that I think Llamas just sort of sat on his ass a little too much. That sounds a little nasty, but I can't think of another way to phrase it at the moment. He played a little too passively, if I want to use my least favorite word. And there were opportunities for him to take advantage of, and he just didn't take them. And yeah, I mean, not much more you could say about that. And New Breed made some very nice moves, and he got the win. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you next time.